Well, let me tell you, I want to address the elephant in the room here. I was going to ask about it a few times. I was asked about it at my pickleball championship, and actually we lost badly in pickleball, and I think this may have gotten under my skin to start with. And I'm so upset about that loss, I can't even tell you. But I'll block that out now.
Did you just was it an early exit, or did you get far in and then get blown out?
Well, it wasn't a tournament. It was like a round robin thing. We had played. This was the championship, and so we played 9 matches against these guys. It's hard to explain, really, but I had to play 3, and we lost 2 of them. Diesel and I lost 2 of them, and it was just so deflating.
Were there pointed fingers after?
I pointed at myself. I mean, I am such a between the ears.
Yeah, when it comes to crunch time,
I'm no good.
You don't show up.
I don't. And when the first match started, he's right. He's right. I don't show up at crunch time. And I'll tell you this, when the match started, I knew the first one was going to be very, very critical. Everybody did. And my legs were wobbly, and I was like, I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous playing pickleball in front of no one.
For no stakes.
For no stakes.
With people that you've known for months.
That's right. Well, one of the opposing players, what the stakes were you win a sweatshirt.
Oh.
All right. So Tom, there's a guy named Tom. I don't even know his last name, but I've played him before. Very good player. And really gets in my head. And he came up to me before the game, and he goes, the sweatshirt is black, and I don't wear black at all. So when I win it, I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, slap. Double slap.
Wow.
And he did. He gave it. He's beat me.
It's multi-layered trash talking.
Beat me and just dropped it at my feet. I said, there you go.
You're a peasant.
And I was so nervous playing him and lost that match and then lost again later in a match I really felt we should have won and just got mowed down. So we all played poorly. And when it was time to go, the person in charge said, we have some refreshments here if you want them, water or Diet Coke. And you better believe I took 2 Diet Cokes
No,
for
you
the
didn't.
road. I sure did.
Hold on.
That's right.
You got off of Celsius claiming it was bad for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Then got on Avanti 2.
That's right.
Then get back on Diet Coke, which is what the lady told you not to drink.
I know.
Did you slam him together Stone Cold Steve Austin style and just chug him right to the dome?
And then I drove to Roadie's, and I had 50 wings and a pitcher of beer.
Was 50 wings to
By
leave your
yourself?
lover?
Yeah, by myself. 50 wings and a pitcher of Dos Equis because it was on special. And I said, keep them coming. That's right. That's exactly.
Sir, you're scaring the children.
You better believe that's what I did. That's how upset I was.
So you got off Celsius
That's right.
to do this.
That's right. And I had 50 wings slathered in teriyaki and blue cheese. And
Did you draw Rob Lowe's face in sauce on your table with a tear running down it because you've disappointed your role model?
Oh, my God.
You were so, that's the best part. You were so, I'm never having another Celsius.
I know.
Because Rob Lowe.
I know. And look what I did. Because when she offered up those, she says, we got a tub of drinks right there. And I went over, and there were those glistening Diet Cokes. And I said, take your water and get it out of here. Pour it down the drain. I'll take this. Yeah. And I don't even want that sweatshirt. Now, I'll keep it because I'm cheap. But I don't even want that sweatshirt.
Does it say winner?
Yeah, it says it says winner on it, but I can't really wear it
No,
because
yeah.
it says champion. In fact, that guy who beat me, really in my head, he told me first, the sweatshirt that we're going to win is black, and I don't wear black, so I'm giving it to you. And then he doesn't wear black, period.
Strange.
And then between matches, he put on his medal that he had won in another tournament and just like walked in front of me.
Ooh.
Honestly, I don't know who I'm more disappointed in, you or him.
Or the trophy industry for making pickle medals.
Yeah,
I know times are tough.
Yeah.
Oh my God, everybody gets a trophy.
I know. He had won previous tournament and draped him over his neck to show
Like Michael
me.
Phelps style?
Yeah, to walk. Because I had more matches to play. After he won the first one, he just put it on to walk off the court and pointed at it. And, I mean, I can't stand up under that pressure. I cannot. And then there was another guy right before we played who was not even part of those matches. And he came up and he said, man, I saw Eric Chilton flame you on TV yesterday. If you don't know this, there's a guy here, local news, named Eric Chilton. Great guy. We've been friends for 30 years. And he called me out of the blue for lunch the other day, or texted and said, let's have lunch on Friday. I said, okay, that sounds great. And he does a thing at the end of his newscast called My 2 Cents, because he's on Channel 2. And it's like, minute and a half, 2 minutes of like, here's where we need to be today. He'll just say something.
Whatever's on his mind.
Whatever's on his mind, yeah.
Sometimes it's like my kid's first day of school.
Exactly.
Most of the time, it's fairly innocuous.
That's right. Sometimes it's like, I'd like to see more kids getting fresh air. Just little things like that. Here's what I noticed. Or I went on vacation and here's some things I saw.
It's a video Facebook post.
It really is. Yeah. My 2 cents. Well, I always tune in for it. I do. The anchors rotate.
Yeah, everybody takes turns.
So this was Eric's day, and Eric and I were at lunch, and he looked at me at the end of our lunch, and he said, I'm going to do My 2 cents today. I'm going to do it on old friends catching up after a long time apart. This pandemic's got the best of us. We've been driven apart. He and I hadn't seen each other in probably 2 years, and he just texted me out of the blue and said, let's have lunch. And he wanted to eat downtown, so I had to say to Chris Demm, where is a place?
Where do I go?
Did he ask you first? You work downtown.
He did. Where do we go? So
what do you suggest?
I turned to Chris Demm and I said, where do we go downtown? And so Chris Demm suggested the Sage Mule, which I had never heard of. And so that was like Tuesday or Wednesday. Moments before I was leaving, I turned to Chris Demm and said, where am I going? Because you're going to the Sage Mule. It's down here. And so, so we go. And by the way, the food was excellent. And they listen. They love. Oh, did I didn't even know that.
Oh, good.
Very nice.
Fond of this program.
I was very impressed with the restaurant. It was packed, by the way.
Oh, yes. Always busy.
It was really good. Breakfast all day place. But we both got salads. Okay.
Trying to one-up each other.
We both got a house salad with chicken.
The worst prison yard face-off ever.
Yeah.
It's not what I really want. I want 50 wings.
Can they both lose? And they stab each other at the same time?
So Eric says to me at the end of the meal, you know what I'm going to do today, buddy? I'm going to do a My 2 cents.
That's your favorite part.
I said, I'll be watching. He goes, I'm going to do it on old friends getting back together. Okay. So then I said, that'd be great. He goes, let's get a selfie together. And so we take a selfie and, all this at the booth. He takes it. He said, I'm going to use that for My 2 cents today. And I said, I'm flattered. I mean, I was really flattered. So then the check comes. I left my wallet in the car. That happens to me sometimes.
Sounds about right.
So Eric picked it up, which was really nice. So then I go home later. I tell my wife and kids, My 2 cents. I'm going to be on My 2 cents. He's going to tell us, he's going to talk about me. My picture's going to be on there. They were like, oh, let's gather around. So at 4:55 p.m., we gather around, turn on the TV.
Shh, turn it up. It's starting.
There he is.
So he's doing My 2 cents, and he says, I want to do it about old friends getting together for lunch.
It's, for those of you that listen, and most of you do, it's Chris Kelly, two guys named Chris show. Known each other since the early 90s, hadn't connected in a while, so we had lunch today. Here's the proof. There's the picture that is not photoshopped. I got Chris Kelly to come to lunch with me. It's a big accomplishment, actually. He wasn't happy that I took the picture. He said I have my honeydew melon colored shirt on.
Okay. You remember the melon shirt.
Yes.
That was melon shirt day.
Worst timing on that shirt.
Terrible. Every time
a camera's pulled out,
I'm wearing that melon
you're wearing that shirt.
Exactly.
That's true. You wore it on September the 11th.
I did. And they
they had to come interview you then, too. Yeah.
Bad choice.
My thoughts on September 11th on this with this. What did Biggie say? It looked like I got on a cruise ship.
Yeah. It looked like they grabbed you as you were boarding.
I know. What are your thoughts on September 11th?
It's a tragic.
I hear the excursions are great, and my heart hurts. Like, I really got to go. That's like last call. They're really strict about leaving people.
Yeah, that shirt. That's an albatross around your neck, literally.
Why am I wearing that?
I don't know.
Why am I wearing that shirt ever?
You need to go sink it in the sea.
I wore it. My wife saw the photo go up. She goes, "Oh my God, you're wearing that shirt.
This is not going to be good."
Yeah, I was wearing that shirt, and I was wearing a black undershirt.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was navy or black.
I don't even know, but I threw it on. The wrong choice.
Maybe the blue T-shirt underneath.
Yeah, okay. He comments on that. It's the blue T-shirt.
I believe he even circled it on the picture on camera.
Put an arrow toward it.
Look at this.
Kind of like a telestrator, It's like the blue.
The shirt's bad enough right here, but check out the T-shirt.
And he put it.
These two colors, they don't go together at all.
Kelly's T-shirt. They don't go together today. They clash.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what I go red and a little other red. I'm trying that today.
All right.
Nonetheless, he goes on now. Okay, all right. So he hits the shirt, which I didn't like either.
But so we do and those of you that listen to the show know, and he's honest about this. He's cheap.
Wait a minute.
I wouldn't outright say it.
Wait a minute. Cheap?
He's cheap.
He's cheap, he says.
Squeaks when he walks, right? Will pick up a dime off the street when he sees it. And really excites him.
Dave,
Yeah.
Can I sue? Can I sue over this?
For using you? I don't know. I mean,
You're in the media. Can I sue?
I don't know. You're going to have to call a police.
Yeah, really.
You know what's going to happen? I hate to say this, but I remember this from way back. The truth is always the best defense.
Oh, I was afraid of that. Is it so? What he says is
If
true.
it's true, it can't be slander.
He continues.
So today we had our lunch, and at the end of it, there's that awkward pause. Will this be one check or two? And there's I look at him. He looks at me. And then he does the T-Rex reach, is what I say. But I can't reach the check, and then I get it. Okay, I'm paying for it. He goes, oh, okay, all right.
All right. He's talking about the T-Rex arms. That's when you have the really short.
You want to reach, but you can't.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
Reach. And he said he'd get it. I said, all right, I'll let you pick it up this time if you want to. That's fine. And then we got out in the parking lot, and he says, man, I haven't seen that vintage old vehicle in a while. There's my 98 Acura. And I said, let me take a picture of this. I said, all right, go ahead, get a picture of
I
it.
paid. And for those of you that don't think he's cheap, just take a look. There's his 1998 Acura that he's still driving. So,
Well, this is snowballing.
Can I sue?
No, because he blocked out your license plate.
Yeah.
That's another thing he did.
We took a picture of the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it has the sticker on there.
It does have the stickers.
And it was
That's
real.
where all the dings and most of the dings are.
You see the dirt and the
dirt.
all
Yeah.
that, yeah. And my wife said, "Is that parked illegally?" It was. I parked it illegally because the parking lot was so full, and I thought, well, if they tow it, what do I care?
Yeah.
Go ahead, take the plates.
Just take it. That's fine. So he finishes up here by saying, "It sure was good to get together with an old friend."
I paid. And he said right at the end of it, I'll get you next time. Which translated means, we may never have lunch again.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's Eric Chilton.
Ice cold. I mean, the gloves came off early.
Immediately, here come the emails. Man, Chilton just flame. Oh, my son. Oh, epic flame. In your face. Yeah, in your face. And then, right before my pickleball match, guy comes over, Bruce. He goes, man, I was watching Channel 2 yesterday. Man, did Eric Chilton nail you. From that point on, I was lost. I was gone.
Yeah.
Nothing else I could do,
Have you
thought it
talked to him since? Have you reached out and been like,
How
could you do this to me?
Demand a rebuttal? 2 minutes?
Yeah, can I get 2 minutes?
Really, you should.
Can I get my 2 cents and go on there? My goodness.
everything he said was true, but I'm not happy about it, and I'm not going to change.
Thank you and goodbye.
You still have 1 minute and 45 seconds. Not much else I can say. Man,
Well, you're just looking for material, wasn't he?
unbelievable. He just nailed me. Just nailed me right there. I think the only reason he invited me to lunch was for my 2 cents.
That's all he wanted.
Yeah, he wanted-
He needed something. He needed something to work
I
with.
needed photographs.
I love it.
He probably knew. He probably heard me saying I was wearing that melon shirt. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna call him for lunch. That's the way we'll do this. That's the way.
Well,
we'll
you
work."
had that set up beforehand, didn't you? Not the day of.
No, it's true. That's right.
That melon shirt it knows. It's got a mind of its own. It's an enigma.
Never had that melon
It
shirt.
floats to the top of the wardrobe pile.
Man.